Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call la. How Bashim Yashai Bashim. Rakakudash, the bonds to the Apostle Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. Alright. Peace and mercy to the elect. And humility is one of the keys to salvation. Alright. Humility is one of the major keys to salvation. It's like it. Alright. Because without humility, you could really have nothing. Alright. Because even to come into this truth and humble yourself under the teachings and the guidance of Yahweh Shemel Shai through the men of the Lord, it takes humility, bro, to take direction from another grown man. You gotta humble yourself, right? You gotta come in there and you can't. That's why Scripture says you must be born again. The Lord told Nicodemus in John the 3rd chapter that you must be born again to enter into the kingdom. Because one of the things that people don't understand is that they think they just come into this thing and just remain the same. But this truth takes some real soul searching, some digging, and some real evaluations to understand what it is that you got to do. What it is that it takes to make it in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai. For the Lord have mercy on you. You have to have humility, bro. So to be born again, you have to have humility. That's why the Lord compared, his believers to little children. Because when you look at a child, he's very humble. A child is most of the time they're not very proud. They don't develop pride until after they hit 12, 13, 14 years old. Then they start getting real proud and shit. Because they start dealing with shit in the world. They start developing their little personalities and shit like that. So they start to get an ego. Everybody has some type of ego, but you got to learn how to keep your ego in check. You got to learn how to keep your ego in check and understand that the truth of ours is bigger than just you as an individual. Okay, this truth is about the body of Yahweh Shemel Shai and the elect and the Most High, His Son. So this is not a carnal thing. You got to be humble about this thing. You have to recognize when you're wrong. 2 Corinthians 13:5 say, examine thyself whether thou be in the faith. Prove thy own self, except thou be a reprobate, man. So you got to prove yourself. You got to look at yourself in the mirror. You ask the Most High for forgiveness, but the scriptures say, forgive us, our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. And the Lord's Prayer, right? We ask the Lord for forgiveness, but it says in Sirach 28, basically, you seek forgiveness from the Lord, but you won't forgive a brother that's unto yourself, So certain things that you got to put off, man, that pride, that ego, that you're always right attitude. Sometimes, bro, you fuck up, man. Sometimes you do stupid ass shit that gets you messed up, or offends the brotherhood, or offends, I'm saying, different people that you may come across, but mainly we're dealing with the brotherhood and us in this faith. The Lord is showing us a lot of things, man, in our daily lives, and I speak for myself. Humility is a big thing, in this thing of ours. What I'm seeing in my day-to-day with the Lord showing me, and I know you brothers, the Lord's moving in your lives and shit like that. So humility is a big key in this truth of ours. So Proverbs 22:4, it says, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches, honor, and life. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. We know we know that humility is the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? So, you know, the fear of the Lord comes with humility, you know, because when you fear the Lord, that's humility, bro. You know, you can't have a proud mind and fear the Lord. The opposite of fearing the Lord is to not have humility, you know. Like most of the people, most 2/3 of our nation, you know, most of these people out here, they don't have humility. They don't fear the Most High, His Son. You know, that's why they're gonna be destroyed. Cause the laws. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect. They don't respect the truth. They don't respect the sanctity of the laws. They don't respect marriage. They don't respect nothing. You know, they talking about, oh, it's a white man's book, and you know, this shit don't matter, and we can do whatever we want, and blah blah blah. You know, and this is why great judgment is gonna come upon this place called Babylon. This place called America in the scriptures. Which the word America means bitter, as we was telling that small hat devil yesterday. You know, the word America means bitter. You know. So this truth comes with bitterness also, you know. We're here in America, you know, and the scriptures speak about when you eat the roll, right? When you eat the book, it's sweet in your mouth, but after you digest it, it becomes bitter in your belly, because this word, it comes with a lot of trials, man. The Lord tries you, man. The scripture says acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. That's why it says many are called and few are chosen, because to really maintain yourself in this truth to the end, you have to really be of the elect, and you have to have that faith and humility, you know what I'm saying, that Yahweh Shai had. In order to come down here and die, you know, he had to humble himself, you know, to come over here and suffer for the nation, you know, suffer for a bunch of reprobate niggas, you know. That takes humility, to lower himself, to come down here in this state, you know, and this flesh and blood and all this stuff, you know, to be like one of us. Because you got to understand, the Lord is the King of Kings, man. So for him to come down here and humble himself, you know, that takes a big, it's a tall task. It's not light. It's not to be taken lightly, man, you know. It's not to be taken lightly. So by Proverbs 22:4, it says, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches, honor, and life, you know. So before you get honor, you know, you have to be humble, man, you know. You have to show humility. You have to show the Lord that, you know, you're humble, man, you know. Because the scripture say the Lord resists the proud, okay? And a lot of our people are proud, man. They never admit when they're wrong. They never want to apologize. They never want to fucking make amends for what they do, you know. All the wickedness that they do, they always justify the shit, like, oh, you know, it was the other person's fault. It was this person's fault. It's never your fault, you know. You never do nothing wrong. Jake, our people never do nothing wrong. All right. Oh, that you. The scriptures say examine thyself. Like I said, 2 Corinthians 13:5. It also says as it says in Matthew 7, you know. So we can't be hypocrites in this thing. We have to be sincere, man. And we have to be real, bro. You gotta be real, man. Be real with yourself. You know right from wrong, man. You know, our people are not stupid, man. You know, a lot of times they act like they don't know what they're doing, but come on, man. You know what you did. You know what's going on, and you know shit ain't right, man. And that pride sometimes gets in the way of you messing up relationships, messing up friendships. You know, even like, you know, family members, stuff like that. You know, or marriages. Like sometimes you just gotta humble down, man. And really understand, like, look, the Lord is working on you, man. You know, and it hurts. It hurts to see yourself not be perfect. You know, it hurts to look at yourself and be like, damn, I ain't right. You know, but it just goes to show you that the Lord, you know what I'm saying. That's why I say he's not a respecter of persons, because none of us we're all worthy of death. You know, we're all worthy of death, and the Lord has given us this mercy to really like understand this time right now is the time for you to repent, and a time for you to, you know, understand your faults and confess your faults. Scripture say confess your faults one towards another. You know, confess your faults one towards another. Okay, you got to confess your faults, man. You know, you got to understand. You know, when you go off and you got to make shit right, bro. Because the Lord is watching us, man. You know, the Lord is not up there just not knowing what's going on and shit like that, bro. The scripture say the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding the good and the evil, man. You know, so yeah, man, nothing escapes the eyes or the glare of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Nothing. So, you know, humility is one of the keys to salvation, bro. You know, I remember being a youngster. You know, I'm still young, but I remember being, you know, fairly young and being a kid and shit like that. I just got done, you know, doing a little exercise and stuff. But I remember being a young man, like these young cats that I was hooping with, and you can see like the pride on them, man. You know, because when you're young, you got pride on you, man. Because you got you're full of life. You know, you look good. You know, you feel like you could take on the whole world and shit like that. But the Lord has a way of humbling you, man, through a lot of different ways, man. If you're not careful, the Lord will humble you, man. And we've all been there, bro. We've all been on, you know, on that over there, you know, acting like, you know, we the king of the universe and all this shit. And then boom, you know, the Lord has a way of taking, you know, knocking you down a few notches and shit, you know. Reminding you that, look, I can touch you, still touchable. Reminding you that you're just a human being, you know. Man, this is one big humbling, bro. You know, we're being humbled under the sight, you know, of Yahweh Shem Shai. So just understand that, man, and don't take that lightly, man. You know, don't take this grace period lightly. Don't be proud, bro. Don't be proud, man, because pride will get you killed, man. All right, pride get you destroyed. Like, look at Esau, man. The Lord's about to wipe Esau off the map. This and that and blah, blah, blah. Hoopty-whoopty, you know. The Titanic can never be sinked. You know, America's the greatest country ever in the history of mankind. You know, America the great, make America great again. And, you know, this pride. Look at the pride of this place, man. You know, the average citizen is proud to be an American. Okay, they're proud to this and that and shit like that, you know. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know, these women are proud, man, you know, against their husbands. You know, I don't need a man, and I don't need this, and I don't need you, and you ain't shit, and, you know, that's pride, bro, which ultimately is going to be dealt with. Okay, so it says Proverbs chapter 15 and 32. It says, he that refuses instruction despises his own soul. See, instruction requires you to be humble, man. You know, like a child, right? Like I always use the example of the child, man. You know, a child is humble, man, receiving the instruction of his father. You know, like, hey, son, do this, do that. You know, clean these floors, brush your teeth, do this, do that. It takes humility to listen and you say, yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do, Father? I'll do it. All right, because I respect you, and, you know, I fear you, you know, as my father. You know, the scripture say, honor your father and your mother, right? Reverence your father and mother. There's nothing more despicable than seeing a disrespectful, out of order child, man. It's like, it's disgusting, you know, because and then on the other hand, there's nothing better than seeing a child that's in order, man. That's yes, you know, yes sir, no sir, you know. There's nothing better than that, man. There's nothing better than you seeing, you know, when I see little black boys and girls, you know, and I see them that they're in order and everything, bro, that's wonderful, man. You know, that's a wonderful thing. Okay, but when you see these little gremlins running around here, disrespecting their mama, disrespecting their daddy, disrespecting everybody, you know, all talking all manners of shit. Okay, being gremlins, looting the store, shooting each other, man, talking about I want to kill my mom, I want to kill my dad. That's no humility right there, bro. That's fucking pride and ego and arrogancy, man. Look at where it leads to. Nothing but destruction, man. Us as a people, we're supposed to be meek, man, under the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you know, humble. All right, that's a long life, man. That's a people that's gonna thrive and prosper, a humble people, you know. Not a bunch of proud, arrogant niggas, you know, like we have today. What's the music? Look at the culture. Everything's about how much money you got, you know, how much fucking women you sleep with, you know, how many dudes, women, wives you can take. That's like a knot. That's like stripes, you know, how much drugs you sold, how many niggas you shot, you know, how many blocks, people you robbed and shit. Like, yeah, come on, man, that's all pride, bro. You know, you're bragging about your accolades and shit. What about the glory to the Most High, man? The Most High don't get no respect. Yahweh Shai don't get no respect. You know, Yahweh Shai don't get no love, no appreciation. You know, everything's all about you. You, me. And then fuck everybody else. You know, everybody else can eat a dick. You know, like, come on, man. Fuck bitches, get money. That's not life, man. This is not life. All right. Back in the day, music used to have humility about it, substance. You know. Nowadays, everything is all about me, and all my ego, and everything is about you. You know. And the Lord's not dealing with that fucking spirit, bro. So, scripture say the Lord's far from the proud. Now it says, Proverbs 15:32. It says, "He that refuses instruction despises his own soul, but he that heareth reproof, it getteth understanding." You see, you get reproved and you get understanding. Now you buck up against the reproof, and you want to be proud and rebellious. You're gonna die. You know, you're gonna be destroyed. The Lord's gonna get you, man, because when the Lord speaks to His men, it's not necessarily that man is wants to get on you, or he wants to like fucking make you feel bad. It's really the Lord that's put the spirit on that man to get on you, man. You know, because scripture say in Matthew 10:20 that it is not ye that speak, it is the spirit of your Father that speaketh in you. You know, pursuant to the men of the Lord. Like the Lord uses us as spokespersons, you know, mouthpieces. Okay, like he the scriptures say He multiplies similitudes by the servants, the prophets, by the, you know, Hosea 12:10. All right. Also, you know, He uses us to speak to our people, man. People in our lives, you know, our children, our fathers, mothers. Like, yo, sometimes, you know, even your women, you know, sometimes you gotta get on them and shit like that, and instruct them in their lives and stuff like that, because we're watching over the flock, over our people. So some of our jobs to correct them, man, and show them, like, you know, the right way to be. And because that's the job of the men of our nation, because our nation has been fucking destroyed and totally without guidance, man. You know, scripture say where there's no where there's no counsel, the people shall fall. You know, and the people have clearly fallen. You know, clearly they're fallen. So, because they're listening to who? The white man. They're listening to, you know, women. And when women can't, they're not set up to lead nobody. All right, it's just the cold hard facts, man. You know, they need to be led by their husband or their fathers, you know, or their brothers. You know, so it says, "He that refuses instruction despises his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility." So before you receive honor, you gotta be humble, man. Okay. Proverbs 18:12 says, "Before destruction the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility." See, destruction goes before haughtiness or pride, arrogancy, man. You know, you fucking arrogant. You're going to eventually fall. That's going to be your demise. Arrogancy. You think you're never wrong. You think you can't fail. You know, you think you're too big to fail. You know, you think you're too big to make a mistake and slip up. That's when you usually suffer the consequences. Right? You suffer the consequences of not being spiritual, man. You know, like that old story from Greek mythology, right? Which it's just a story, right? We don't deal with Greek mythology. That's wicked. But the Icarus, I believe his name was, and he flew too close to the sun because he thought he was hot shit, and his wings burned. He ended up dying and shit, right? Which Jake came up with that story, right? But the point is that they tell you that in school, right? To show you like what's the moral of the story, right? The moral of the story is that he you know, humility to understand, like, look, maybe this person is trying to tell me something, man. The Lord is speaking to me, and maybe this person is trying to help me out, man. They ain't trying to shit on me. They're just trying to, you know, look out for me. But when you're young and you got all this fucking vigor and all this shit, or you don't even have to be young. You can be an old nigga too. You got pride on you, but like when you're in the world and you're carnal, man, you know, you have this fucking mentality of like, you know, I can't listen to nobody, and nobody, you know, I ain't gonna take no fucking, you know, I ain't fucking, what the fuck is he talking about, you know? Like, you know, slow down, man. You know, sometimes you gotta slow down and think, man. All right? And reflect, man. Meditate upon what's going on in your life, and what's going on, you know, and what the Lord is really doing, man. Because we're in the end days, man, and the Lord is really working out here, bro. The Lord is working out here, and you know, you gotta understand when the Lord's trying to show you something, you know. And sometimes it comes in unexpected ways, you know. So it says, Acts chapter 20 and verse 19, it says, serving the Lord with all humility of mind and with many tears and temptations which befell me by the lying in wait of the Jews. So yeah, man, the Apostle Paul and the disciples, man, they served the Lord with humility, but they also went through many tears and temptations, man. You know, they went through trials, bro. They went through, you know, which we're gonna go through too, man. We're going through it right now, man. You know, because we're those same men coming back. You know, we're those same the disciples. You know, we're those men that was following Yahushua in the ancient world. All right, those same men that follow the Lord to this day. You know, so we're going through the same things that we went through in the ancient world, man. But now it's gonna get worse because the Lord's gonna bring that Jacob's trouble. The scriptures say at a time like never before. Nor ever shall there be a time like it hereafter. You know, Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, the mark of the beast coming on the scene. You know, these are times where your strength your faith gonna have to be strong in the Lord and the power of His might and His word. That you don't fail, even to the death, because a lot of people are not prepared to die about this truth. You gotta be fully convinced in your mind. Scripture say, "Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind, whether he be in the faith or not." You know, because nobody else could believe for you. Nobody else could carry your burdens for you. Scripture say, "Bear each other's burdens." Yeah, you know, you help each other as much as you can, but you can't. I can't save the next man. He can't save me. You know. But we do what we can to build each other up, and in the faith. That's what the brotherhood's for. So yeah, the humility is a big key in this thing. You know, really, you can have nothing in this truth without humility, man. Faith, you can't have faith without humility. How you gonna believe in something that you can't see, and something that people is gonna laugh at you for? And be like, how you believe in that? You believe in this and that? It doesn't matter what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck they think. That's humility, man. You know, the fact that you would want to suffer, that you would want to take, you know, vitriol and hatred and shit from people for your God, for your truth, you know, for this word, you know, that's humility, right there, man. You know, that's humbleness of mind. That's a character trait that the elect have, you know. You can't serve the Lord with pride, man. You know, why do you think Esau pushes pride out there? Pride month, pride this, pride that, everything's pride, because he's the devil. So he never pushes humility. Just look at Esau, man. He never pushes humility, never, ever. When have you ever seen Esau? This government, this white man, this this social media, when have they ever pushed anybody to be humble? They tell you to be proud, proud, proud. No matter what you look like, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, come as you are, and everything's gonna be cool. And you know what I'm saying? Everything's just, you know, normal, and you can just do what you want to do and pride it up, you know. And then they use pride as a gay thing, you know, which is abomination to the Most High. All right, they use the pride flag, which the pride flag goes back to the scriptures where the Lord said that He would not destroy the earth by way of water. That's the covenant, the rainbow. When you see the rainbow, that's the Lord telling the earth. It's like a pact that He made with the planet Earth. You know, I'm not going to destroy this place by water no more. Okay, hey, shalom, bro, shalom. Matthew 5:10 said, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." That's right. We're blessed. You know what I'm saying? You know, even right now, the lowest state that we're in, we're all poor and shit. You know, like, you know, you may not get all the women in the world. You may not live in the best fucking apartments or houses or, you know, buildings, shit like that. You know, you may not have everything. You know, you may not even have a car. You may not even have a house. You know, the scriptures say, you know, we're the poor, man. So you may go through it like that, man. But we have to understand that we're in this low condition because of what we did against the Most High. You know, so we have to take this humbly, man. The scriptures say, you know, that even though He slay me, I will praise Him. You know, even though He put us in this condition, which that shows humility. The fact that you will serve the Lord even though you're poor, man. Because Job, look at Job. You know, brothers talk about Job a lot because Job was a spiritual man, and he was a man of faith and a man of humility. The Lord took everything he had from him, stripped him, gave him all kind of diseases and shit, and Job still maintained his integrity and still said, he didn't renounce the faith. His woman told him to curse the Most High and die. You know, but the Lord put the spirit on Job to be faithful. Satan came up to the Heavenly Father and said, let me tempt him. He's only really serving you because, you know, you give him every fucking thing, you know. The Lord put Job to the test. I'm gonna take everything you got. Let's see if you really love me. Let's see if you're really with me. Let's see if you really believe in me. Okay? I'm giving you everything. It's very easy to serve me, man. If you like for instance, a woman, like if you're giving her everything and all this stuff, right? But once you fall, is she gonna be there for you? Is she really gonna be, oh yeah, I love you? You know, the story of Job was to prove the integrity of the elect. You know? Yeah, the water, bro. The water, man. Appreciate it. Job 13:15. Yeah, that's it. Though he slay me, I will trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him. You see? Though the Lord slay me, though he may fuck me up and do what he wants to do, because you know, we're under his mercy. All right. Though he does that to us, though he may give us hell, you're not to forsake the Lord. You're not to lose faith. And oh man, why am I going through this, bro? Why is this happening to me, man? You know, understand that the Lord chastises those who He loves, man. Understand that, you know, shit is rough, man, but it's all gonna be worth it. Okay, because you have to be put to the test in order to make it. You know, in order to be delivered. Like, do you understand? We're about to rule the whole planet, not just this planet, but other planets. You know, we're gonna rule over these heathen. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the resources that are. So how are we gonna do that without being tested? You know, without going through the fire? We're gonna be delivered amongst all these billions of people that's out here breathing up air and doing what they do. Like all these people, I meet new people every day, and most of them are not gonna make it. Most of them are gonna die here. 90+% of them, you know, 66.6% to be accurate of our people. The rest of these niggas gonna die in these other nations, and the ones that are not destroyed or put to death by the famine or the sword are gonna go into slavery. You know, but 66% of our people, 2/3 are gonna die. Okay, the 1/3 is gonna pass through the fire and be delivered. Okay, but those are the ones that humble themselves underneath the hands of the Almighty. You know, that are of a meek and broken, contrite spirit. The scripture say the Lord will not despise them that are of a contrite spirit. You know, those that serve the Lord, those that believe. Okay. Sirach 13 and 20 says, as the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor. So the proud hates humility. See, the proud, they hate the humble. Have you ever seen someone that, you know, is an arrogant prick? You know, they're gonna hate you for being they're gonna hate you for being humble. They're like, what's wrong with this guy? What the fuck? Why is he like this? Man, why aren't you? You know, you're just a humble guy, man. You know, of modest means. You know, they're cracking jokes on you. Oh, look at your shoes. Look at you. You know, when you go to school, look. Just remember when you was, you know, remember when you was a kid and all that shit. You know, they cracking jokes on you. Why you wearing that? Ha ha ha. I mean, you know, our people are poor as fuck. You know, but even then, our own people are proud against each other. Like, look at you, nigga. You ain't got nothing. You a dingy nigga. Like, well, bro, we are the same people, and you talking shit, man. You know how our people are. They're poor, man. You know. They ain't got it like that, you know. They coming from other countries. They don't speak English. You know what I'm saying? And our own fucking people be the ones be laughing and shit. Sometimes it ain't be Esau. It be them. Hey, ha ha! Look at you, nigga. You a broke boy. Look at all the songs and all the social media and shit. I won't date a broke nigga. I won't date. Your daddy was broke, wasn't he? Your daddy was probably a deadbeat. You know. But you expect something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just you know, just going by things we see, man, in the world. You know, like. The pride has to stop, and the pride is going to get most of you people get destroyed and killed and judged out here, man. Because you will not humble yourself under the hands of the Almighty. You know, you won't return to the fact that you're Israelites. You know, you won't confess your sins. Oh, I don't do nothing wrong. The scripture say if you say you have no sin, you deny the Lord, and the truth is not in you, man. You know, yeah, I don't do nothing wrong. Only God could judge me. That's another wicked ass demonic thing. Only God can judge me. Man, what's wrong with you, bro? So you want the Lord to come down here and judge you? He will. The Lord sent his son down here to chop your head off. Literally. To burn your ass with fire, man. That's what you want to, that's what you want? Instead of taking heed and understanding, look, man, I ain't right. And I need to change, man. You know? I need to change, man. I need to get my shit together, man. Even us, bro. Even us in this faith, man. Like, you know, we do the videos and, you know, we go out there on the highways and byways and we teach the word, but we never told you we was perfect, man. You know, we're not, you know, we're still in the flesh and we do things. Even though the scriptures say, "Mark the perfect man, for the end of that man is peace." The Lord, you know, the Lord is going to justify His elect at the end of the day. But you know, we still do certain things because we're in these bodies, man. You know, you still have like fits of rage and shit like that. You may do certain things that's not, you know, it's not the most fucking wise thing to do at the time. You know, brothers fuck up, man, for certain reasons. Why you think brothers get kicked out of certain camps or get, you know, brothers get lackadaisical, they might offend brothers, whatever the case may be, man. But the Lord, that's why the Lord got to come back to establish, you know what I'm saying, judgment and you know, and equity and truth back on the earth, man. Hey, 1 Corinthians 2:15 says, "But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judging no man." That's right. That's right. So the Lord, it says that, and you can put it up, bro. Romans 8:1. It said there's no condemnation to them that are in Yahushua because we're covered by the blood of the Lamb. Even though we still commit certain sins and go off certain things, you know. But the Lord covers us for our shortcomings, you know. The Lord covers us for our shortcomings. So yeah, as the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor, man. So it's very important to remain humble, man. 1 Peter 5:5 says, "Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yeah, all of you be subject one to another. Be clothed with humility. Be clothed with humility. For the Most High resists the proud, and He giveth grace to the humble." The Lord giveth grace to the humble, man. "Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, that He may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon Him, for He careth for you." See, the Lord does care for you, man. You know, but you have to understand that His love is not always the same way His love is not the same always, like how you would expect it to come. Sometimes it comes in a tough manner. Sometimes, you know, it comes in a fucked up, rough way, man. But at the end of the day, the Lord still got you, man. You know, because He said all Israel gonna be saved, man, eventually. But even the 2/3, they're gonna have to fucking face the rough judgment, man. You know, but they'll be all right in the kingdom. Isaiah 45:17. What'd that say? You know, all Israel should be saved in the Lord, man. you know. But some of them have to fucking face their hard ass judgment that because they're hard headed, man. They don't want to get it right now, so they're gonna get it in the lake of fire. Revelation 21:8 speaks about the lake of fire, man. You know, Revelation 21:8. So humility is key, man. It says verse 8: Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeming whom he may devour. It says, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. You see, so Satan might try to hop on you certain times, put pride on you, man, put ego, man. Why is this brother doing this and this nigga doing that, and why you might, you know, he'll hop on you, man. You know, Satan will try to hop on you. That's why you gotta be strong in this thing. Ephesians 6, the 6th chapter. You know, put on the whole armor of the Most High, man, that you may be able to withstand the wiles of the devil, because the devil gonna come at you, bro. He's gonna come at you and try to sift you out this thing, man. As the Lord told Peter. What did the Lord tell Peter, man? He says Satan has desired to sift you as wheat, especially once you start leveling up in the truth and you start getting right, and then you start, like, you start believing more and more. Satan's gonna try to, like, get you, man. He's gonna try to hop on your woman, or hop on your kids, or hop on, you know, what, a brother or something like that, try to mess with you. But you can't allow Satan to take your crown, man. You can't allow Satan to fuck with you to the point where you over there messing up your life, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, you're over there offending brothers and shit, or whatever the case may be. All right, you got to understand that Satan his job is to fuck with you, man. You can't let Satan has no power, man, unless the Most High gives it to him. So Satan can't defeat you, man. Satan is just Satan is not more powerful than the Most High and the angels, man. Yahweh Shai. As long as you're under the protection of Yahweh Bashim Shai, you're doing the right thing, Satan can't mess with you, man. Okay? He's not the boogeyman in the fucking that they teach you when you were a kid. Oh, the devil, the pitchfork, and, you know. Look, man, we serve the power of the heavens and the earth, man. Okay? We have his clothing. We have his we're not clothed in strange apparel. We're clothed under the names of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. That's why the scriptures speak about the palms, the robes of that the elect will be wearing. You know, in the latter days, the Lord said that in Revelation 7, you know, it speaks about the victory, right? It speaks about the victory. You know, 12,000 out of each tribe, and those men were clothed in white, man. They were clothed with what? With the Spirit of the Lord and with salvation. White meaning purity, you know. So those men and those women, you know, because you have some women that would be saved, you know. The women that shall be saved through those men are the ones that have that humility, that understand their purpose on this earth. They understand their roles. They understand, you know, they don't have this feminist mindset, you know. They don't have this you know, because that takes humility for a woman to, you know, submit to her husband. You know, it takes humility for her to, you know, put off all this shit. You know, it takes humility for her to, you know, buckle down under your rulership. You know, that takes humility for her to do that. Because in this world, they've told her that she's like the greatest thing ever, and that she don't need you. And, you know, but for her to humble herself under you, that's why the Lord's gonna deliver the women that humble themselves underneath their men. You know, 1 Peter is the 3rd chapter. Okay, read 1 Peter the 3rd chapter. Okay, the scriptures say the woman shall be saved by childbearing. That takes humility. You know, it takes a lot of humility, bro. Okay, for a woman to serve you. Okay, for a woman to bear your seed, and, you know, and all that. Okay, for her to be a good woman, a good wife. Right, that takes humility on her part, man. Okay, for her to submit herself onto you. That's what we're doing to the Most High. We're the Most High's bride, right? And we're submitting ourselves onto the ordinances of Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's why the Lord said, "I have espoused you." Paul said it. "I have espoused you unto the Most High." You know, that you may be presented as a chaste virgin unto the Most High, holy and acceptable. You know, holy and acceptable, meaning separate. Okay. Separate from this world. You don't have this fucking characteristics of the world: pride, ego, arrogancy, you know, disobedience to parents. Okay, disobedient to the Most High. Just look at niggas. Just look at niggas. That's what you got to look at. You be the opposite of them, you'll be delivered, man. Just do the opposite of what niggas do. Okay, you see the fucking wickedness on them. You steer clear of that shit, and you keep your nose clean. You'll be all right, man. But that takes time. It doesn't come overnight. It takes time to get rid yourself of all these spirits that you come from the world in. You come from the world, you're gonna come with all this fucking baggage. Your mind ain't right. You got pride, you got ego, arrogancy, and all that shit. You gotta let that go. That's why the scriptures say that you must be born again. You must be born again. You must become a new creature. And Yahweh Shem Shai. You must become a new creature. All right. So yeah, just a quick hitter, man. Humility is very key in this truth of ours, man. It is one of the keys to salvation, man. One of the keys to getting up out of here is the humility, brother. Which most of our people don't possess, so that's why they ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make it, bro. All right. But you brothers, you know better than that, so you're gonna be all right. I have faith in you, man. I have faith in you, bro. Because we didn't come all this way. We didn't come this far, all these years, to just fall out at the end, man. To just fall by the wayside and get weak and get emotional and get, come on, man. We're Israelites, bro. Princes of the power, the greatest people on this planet, man. And you gotta goddamn show it. All right, you gotta show it. You gotta show forth. You gotta show it, man. See here. Colossians chapter 3. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 12, it says, "Put on therefore, as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, and long suffering." Okay? That's what the elect have. Kindness, bowels of mercy, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, right? Forbearing one another, forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Yahushua forgave you, so do ye also. That's a powerful thing, to forgive. That's a powerful thing. That shows honor, humility, integrity. That shows the fruits of the Spirit. That's the spirit of King David. Okay, that's the spirit of Yahushua, man. Humility, man. Why did the Lord say King David was a man after the Most High's heart? He was an honorable man. You know what I'm saying? A man of integrity, a man of honor, a man of faith. You know what I'm saying? Even when Saul was persecuting his ass, he never disrespected him. He never went and sought revenge and shit like that. You know what I mean? He was a man of integrity. And that's why the Lord sought him favorably, man. He looked upon him like, man, this is this, he chose him over his brothers, man, because of that spirit he had him, an excellent spirit. The elect are of an excellent spirit, man. The elect are of an excellent spirit, man. It says, and above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. And let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to the which also you are called in one body, and be ye thankful. Let the word of Yahushua dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs, singing with grace in your hearts to the Lord. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him. All right. That's right, man. That's right. Hey, James chapter 4 In verse 6 it says, but he giveth more grace. Wherefore he saith, God resist the proud, but giveth grace unto the humble. Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh unto the Most High, and he will draw nigh unto you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Be afflicted and mourn and weep, and let your laughter be turned to mourning, and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. You see? Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up, man. It's powerful, bro. It's powerful, powerful stuff, man. Okay? Powerful stuff, man, that we were getting ready to experience, man. See this truth of ours, you know what I'm saying? We've been speaking it for years, every day, you know what I'm saying? Going out there being diligent, right? It's eventually going to turn into something, it's already real, man, but it's going to turn into something that everybody is not going to be able to deny. The power of Yahweh Shem Shai manifested in us and you brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord took us, man, and made us prophets, man. The Lord took us and made us his men. He gave us his secrets, man. You know? Men like, you know, us brothers like us, brothers, you know what I'm saying? People that the world would look at as nothing, man. The world would look at us as we ain't shit, we ain't goddamn nothing. You know? But the Lord deemed it fit that we should have his truth, that we should have his word, that we should have his knowledge, that we should have his wisdom. So how much greater is that, man? How great is that? How much power is that, bro? You know, that's powerful, man. You know, and if you can't see it, man, you're not of the elect. All right. If you don't see that as something great and powerful, man, you're not of the elect. You're not an Israelite, and you're definitely not of the elect, man. You know? Okay. Man, this is heavy stuff, bro. This truth is heavy stuff, man. Deep waters, man. Deep waters that if you do not know how to swim, you're gonna drown, man. Okay, so yeah, man, I'm just leave it right there, bro. Through the Spirit of the Lord, man. Let me just leave you with this. Proverbs 29 and 23. It says, a man's pride shall bring him low. Man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. You see, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit, man. So with that, call Halaim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yamshai, Ba'ashem Kakudash, that belongs to the Apostle of the Great Millstone. Taught us this truth, rule well. Continue to teach us, man, you know, and feed us. And you brothers out there, man, you know, I love you brothers, man. You brothers hold on in there, man. You know what I'm saying? We almost out this bitch. Out this whore, America, man. Out the clutches of this damn devil. So with that, Shalom, Mawaf, Lababa, Shalom.